It's the Mead for Metal podcast, you fools. It's kind of funny. The first time I'd ever heard of this band, I thought you were talking shit about the football team.
No, I mean, it is, but it's also literally not spelled the same at all.
The Callous Dow Boys.
Pretty good metal.
I dig them. They remind me a lot. There were some bands I listened to, I guess in the 2000s. I can't think of the name of the band now, but the name of the album was Burn Piano Island Burn.
This is the band for that kind of task.
And it just reminds me very much of that style of music. Also of I wrestled a bear once. It just has that similar vibe to me.
It's heavy. It's maybe not my cup of tea,
That's
but
fair.
I appreciate it for what it is. So.
I'm here too.
What up?
A lot of help you provided, Mr. Music Trivia Guy.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Wolf Pit.
Yeah.
Next episode of What Are We Eating?
Brandon's referencing a guy that's got a YouTube channel that we watch.
We got to collab with that guy.
He's a bizarre dude. He's got some huge health problems.
Okay.
By his own admission, he said he paralyzed his hands years ago.
Oh, my God.
What that means, I don't know. Just not a lot of action around his house, right?
Eating from the Dollar Tree a lot, I think, is that cause you to just,
Paralyzed
everything
his
shuts
hands?
down.
Yeah, well, and then he goes, and
Fascinating.
here's the fucked up thing. So it's a cooking channel, and he doesn't do it now, but on his older videos from like 2 years ago, you can look, and his hands are fucking weirdly splayed out, and he's trying to do all this shit with his fingers all fully extended, both hands.
Fascinating.
It's weird. It's fucking weird. But the guy would put out some content. It was fairly regular once upon a time because the guy apparently lived right next door to a Dollar Tree and was there every fucking day.
Was his personal playground.
Okay.
But then all of a sudden he went away for a long time. And everybody in the comments, and at the time I thought correctly so, thought the old man was dead.
Right, that
you
he
know.
got, yeah, that
Like,
he
oh,
succumbed.
well,
Sure.
so the inevitable happened. Sorry, man, but enjoy that great big Dollar Tree in the sky or whatever.
Shoot.
Always stocked up with dollar steaks.
So then he comes back. He comes back like nothing ever happened. And then he puts in the comments, he's like, hey, wishful thinking, but no, I'm still around, blah, 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 whatever. Posted like 3 videos in his normal succession. It's like, oh, so we're back. Okay. Dude then disappears for like 4 months, 5 months, some shit.
Fuck. And he's giving no explanation as to why.
Nothing. Just
Because
dead
that's the
silence.
thing. Once you become even if you only have a following, in my opinion, of I don't know, say even 5K, 10K followers, right? Like people want to know why you're no longer around. I mean, does it suck? Sure, but people care, so you can't just disappear on people.
26,000 people want to know, is that woman going to piss on that man?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, we're still wondering, right?
You referencing the Piss podcast at the end of the year?
yeah.
That's right.
Fuck
I
yeah, you
figured
gotta.
somebody got to.
Hey,
Gotta
they
do it.
Gotta keep it going.
But so dude jumps in and starts doing videos regular
Okay.
again. Hell, I don't know. It's probably about.
Is he still exhibiting these symptoms?
Like I said, now he
Okay.
doesn't show his hands at all.
Oh, so you just don't know.
Now he's got his daughter, who's apparently a big fan of the French manicure. His daughter does all of the stirring and shit. My theory was this.
Interesting.
Because if you just fucking disappear, and he referenced Mrs. Wolf Pit all the fucking time, suddenly you don't hear from that guy for like 4 or 5 months, and then suddenly he's back, and his daughter is handling all the heavy lifting. There ain't no mention of Mrs. Wolf Pit. I got an idea what happened here, but
Gosh.
he's back to doing content, and it's not popping out a video once a week. This motherfucker's popping out a video every day now.
Damn,
Every
dude.
day. Sometimes 2 in a day.
I don't know how content creators do that.
But now, I will also say this. It's not like he is personally dumping new info. He's grabbing his old videos from years ago, redubbing over the top of them, and putting them out as new content.
Okay, that's a whole different thing.
I remember when I cooked this for 8 people for $8.
Cause he does a couple of, he's like, what are we eating? So he does like some might say 2 in-depth review of frozen meals that you buy at Dollar Tree or whatever.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
That's one aspect. Now, the Dollar Tree is out. And every time it's an old one and it's a Dollar Tree, he always has to put up there in bold. This was before Dollar Tree was $1.25 every item. He talks shit about it massively on a text overlay every old video now, which I can appreciate. Like, you got it stuck in your craw. That 25 cents going to eat you alive now.
Hey, bro, you need us to go buy you some eggs or
Inflation
something?
makes you real mad.
Let's get that GoFundMe
But-
going up for old Wolf Pit, huh?
But the other one he does, though, is eating on a budget. And
Okay.
this is where he'll cook for like 10 people, and it comes out at 39 cents a serving or
Holy
some bullshit
shit,
like
what
this.
the fuck?
It's maybe the most fucking well, it's survival. It's survival.
Sure.
So this guy's
Yeah.
this
No,
guy's
I don't
sharing
think
some
there's
like
any-
insight.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you're literally counting your pennies that
Yeah.
hard and you
Now-
have that many people to feed in your house.
He ate
Absolutely.
He ate a cheeseburger in a can once.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking
I will
disgusting.
not eat a cheeseburger in a can. I will just not eat. But thank you.
It's a sight to behold, really.
I am okay.
I
think
won't
I would,
even
I just
won't
don't wanna
even eat a
I'll be okay.
cheeseburger in the can. So, some lines you don't cross.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I'm like, I would eat whole like chili. I would literally throw in a fire and like eat out of a can, right? But I don't think I could eat hamburger in a can. I think I would just have to draw I think that's my line.
It's crazy. I mean, it comes out looking, well, like how you think a
like a
cheeseburger in a
cheeseburger?
can would come out.
Does it look like White Castle's burger?
Uh,
Except round. By the way, I love White Castle. This because I'm a Midwesterner, but like, yeah, those burgers really feel like they are from a can.
well, like in cartoons and shit, like burgers are like perfectly round. That's what it's perfectly round because it's in a fucking
Fascinating.
can. But it like the one he had like pickles on it, and I don't even want to think of fucking what else. Botulism, maybe a little bit of that in there.
That Boston brown bread. There's another sub that I've got out there, but yeah, it's a can. It looks like a can of like baked beans or whatever.
I'll have
but
to go look.
But it hauls it out of there, and then it kind of takes on a little extra, space once it's out of the can.
That's terrifying.
But it still looks like
Gravity, man.
It still looks like a fucking can because it
Yeah.
still has the little ridges all the
That
way
is so
around
fucking
it.
wild.
And it's
And
a
you just, like-
brown loaf.
It's like Spam but brown.
You can get an entire cooked fucking chicken in a can.
Yeah. Now that
See, I'm not okay with that either.
It's weird.
This man turned me on to that one night. That's gross. It's a gross video.
I will eat like canned tuna, and I will eat like the chunk chicken. I will eat that. That's in a can, but
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
I eat Spam. But like that's it. We're not having any other canned meat.
Not a potted meat family.
I am not. Like I don't. I know some people love those little Vienna sausages. That just grosses my ass out.
See,
Like,
that's
Pretty
that's
tough.
my drunk food.
is it those little Vienna sausages?
thing where
I cannot. They're
I
so
don't.
gross.
Yeah, I that's one I kind of keep under my lid. But
That's
yeah, no,
fair.
that's one that like. I'm like, all right, well, I'm drunk and I don't want to make anything. Do I have some?
Eat this canned
Do I have
meat.
some saltines and a whole bunch of tiny little fucking hot dog bologna things?
Fair enough.
Sure, I do.
No shade, just not my cup of tea.
They are kind of weird now compared to what they used to be.
Yeah, I don't feel like they're the same.
They're not. You can shake them around, hear them rattling around. Once
Yeah,
upon a time,
They were real tight.
you better
in
have
there.
a fucking butter knife to
Yes,
separate those
they were
bitches.
really-
You want to get them all out and make them look like they're separate pieces. You have to be very careful.
Now, no, they're legit, like
Yeah.
individual little toe links of fucking.
They got a better
nasty,
casing
weird
now.
Mystery meat.
It's probably part of what do they call it in the news to scare everyone? Shrinkflation. They're like they're shrinking the weenies and they're shrinking the cookies
Oh, God.
and they're shrinking
The foot long subs ain't a foot long no more.
And there's lots of air and this much candy and I mean
Shrinkflation. That's what I've been telling the ladies.
This damn economy just putting my wiener through the works.
it's just taking it all out of me, man. Anyway,
But all this to segue into foods of the holidays. Everything been good on that side of it for you?
yeah, the gentleman I live with, my husband and my roommate, one made a rotisserie honey mustard glazed ham, and
Right
the
on.
other made a prime rib. But
God
he
damn,
did it in
bitch.
a broiler.
You guys
pan.
living really
yeah,
well over there,
just a little. I literally, when he purchased that meat, which was very, I was like, "Are you fucking serious? This is what we're doing?"
Pushing
I was like, "Are you sure?"
$100, right?
Yes. It's crazy now. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was expensive before, but holy shit, when I saw that, I was like, can we just do this chuck roast over here? And he was like, no, we're just going to do it. I was like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, we did tenderloin last year.
Ooh, see, that's good too. But
you were here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah.
But he used a broiler pan and put like rosemary, like whole cloves of garlic, onion.
Nice.
Man, it was amazing. It was a really flavorful prime
Yeah,
rib. So yeah, no complaints.
I'm always
Yeah.
tempted. There's speaking of YouTube shit, why not? Because we're on here right now, and if you listen to this shit, you have YouTube open.
That's right. Welcome.
There's an Italian American guy from Long Island, and he puts it out there, but in a very traditional sense, because he buys the prime rib, cuts it off of the bone, and then retwines it to the bone.
Oh, interesting.
So then when it's done, and you cook it like everything else, and when it's done, you cut the twine, throw the fucking bone away.
Yeah,
that's
you've had
smart,
all that. I don't think...
And then you can cut it, and it's a lot easier to cut.
That's
primarily.
really smart.
But I don't know. That's too rich for my fucking blood, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
Because that tenderloin last year was bought by a friend of ours that does pretty
right.
well, so
Yeah.
why not? Yeah. I'm not saying I'll never do a prime rib, but man, I'm with you. I'm like, how about we buy this other quote unquote expensive cut of meat that's
exactly. I was
$9 a pound
precisely.
instead of $25
But
a
I
pound.
didn't buy it wasn't my money, so I voiced my opinion and I was vetoed, and that's sometimes how it is.
It's a democracy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well,
Put up the knockoff KFC Famous Bowls last night.
ooh,
so
those are always delicious.
since you can't buy that shit and haven't been able to for a while. Maybe that's what I needed. Maybe I need to focus on figuring out a way to fucking make the McRib so that way if anybody wants diarrhea, then I can, hold on. Let me whip up a McRib for you.
Let me make some fake
And so,
I think I've had one time, and I was like, why does everyone like this so much? And I never
Because it's
had
only
one
Rarity.
again.
it's only allowed for a limited
I don't
time.
understand it. I was like,
They,
why is everyone so excited for this?
I had the local franchisee come through on my job and drop off a bag of them. Not this time or the last time, but probably about 4 years ago when they brought the McRib back.
Yeah.
And it was like a bag full. And I'm in an office. There's only, now
a
it's even
handful
less.
of
But I
y'all,
mean,
right?
but yeah, like, and one of those people was a fucking vegan. So
bye. That's not helpful.
like, what are we gonna do here? Well, I'm not wasteful.
Did you give it to the dogs?
I ate 3 of them.
Dang, man.
Hey, you got to play to win.
Yeah.
I don't know what the prize is, but you got to play to win.
I don't think I went boom boom for a month after that.
I
But,
bet not.
There's your prize.
Wait, you know the franchise owner?
Well, sort of, yeah.
Interesting.
I went to
No,
high,
of.
Oh,
That
okay,
sounds-
fair enough. I
that
was like,
sounds a
ooh,
little
we're
better.
gonna have to have something.
went to high school with the son.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm very curious. We will have to chat.
We'll chat.
Okay.
Christmas good, all that, everything.
Yeah, I really can't complain. I spent my Christmas and Christmas Eve, except we actually went to a local restaurant that's literally in a refurbished train depot.
On Christmas Day? No shit.
Christmas Eve. No,
Okay.
I didn't leave the house on Christmas Day,
Gotcha.
and I wasn't even going to.
It's
went
weird
to
that
brunch.
it's weird you bring that place up. I was
Yeah.
just talking about that place on Monday.
Yeah.
To somebody. And pricey, but
It is. You can go there's stuff. Basically, you can either go and spend a lot of money, or you can go and spend kind of a lot of money. Basically, if you only have food and water, I would say with a couple, you could walk out spending with tip between 50 and 60. But if you want a full experience, you're gonna be
Probably a
forking
C-note.
out. Yeah. Oh yeah, at least if not more.
And that's the advantage. The next town up the road just has better restaurant
Yes.
opportunities. So.
Yes. But yeah, it was lovely. It was really cute, and we
Not
went
bad.
at 10:30, so in and out early.
Oh shit!
That's nice.
Yeah.
Man, that's like fucking late breakfast
Yep.
right there.
Yeah, we went for brunch. Yeah, they were doing a thing from 10 to 2. I was like, perfect. So
Good.
yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. But yep, got home, put my pajamas on, and didn't leave those pajamas until the 26th in the afternoon. I think. Or some
Yes.
shit like that. Yeah.
Well, Brandon, I know how your Christmas evening went, but how was your Christmas day? All right.
Yeah. I got everything I deserved, I feel.
Football team had a problem.
Well, wait, we're not going to fucking talk about
Good.
that.
All right, good.
Football is for lame people. I don't like football.
Fair enough.
I ain't gonna lie on this show. I was upset.
Yeah.
But hey, you can't close out a year without like your football team just kicking you right in the balls. It's fine.
Oh God,
It's all right.
That sounds horrifying.
It's kind of a weird one for me. Generally on Christmas morning, I usually go. It depends when I had some family living here, but they're gone now. But this is the first year I didn't go and have a Christmas day somewhere with someone.
Yeah.
So this is a weird one. I just woke up with no fucking plans of the
This is
day.
my second year in a row, and it's like the best way to spend Christmas. Because I used to, when I was active at the VFW, you know me, I used to go down and I was there all day cooking.
Yeah,
And serving.
I think next year I'm going to travel. I think next year.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I almost went home for Christmas, and I don't regret staying. Like, I'm so glad I didn't. It just would have been a stress.
It's just a weird one. So I'll. I don't know. It's been a weird.
Yeah, it's
week.
been. Probably last one of the year.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably. Yeah, so we got the birthday boy who turns another year older on the ushering in of the new day of the new year.
Oh.
Sorry, that was
which
my
he uses for a recovery day, of course.
that was my ass. 42. Big deal.
So you're like a man now, like a man. Well, a man plus two.
Yeah, I'm a 42-year-old man baby.
Hot.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the name of that 42-year-old virgin? Wasn't it?
yeah, he was
Oh, I
right at
thought
40.
it was just 40.
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, I thought it was round.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah, I'm glad I beat that spread. So there's that.
Jesus.
Because I guarantee you there would be no 41-year-old version.
And that really confused me, honestly. I was like, really, 40 and no sex? Does that actually happen?
Steve Carell, though, right?
I know, but it was such a strange, like the concept. I overanalyzed it, obviously, and was like, really, 40?
Well, the
Is that possible?
what was the one where it was like Brendan Fraser, wasn't it? Like, and he kind of disappeared, like it pulls a Rip Van Winkle or something. I don't.
Oh, Blast from the Past.
There it is. Yeah.
He got locked in a nuclear bomb shelter for like 30 years or something like that, and then reemerged, still being a child of the 60s, but being in current times.
Oh, my.
It's pretty good. It's Brendan Fraser.
No, he was all right in The Mummy, right?
It wasn't no Encino Man. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it was no Airheads.
I don't know.
That actually might be better fucking analogy right there.
Need to throw on Airheads around here sometime for you. So because
I got some kind of monster in my book bag. Just make it a fucking evening of one is a real band and the other is a band I wish was real.
oh
Didn't they have an original song in that movie that they did?
no.
But I'm sure not that Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser and Adam Sandler did, but like a band did to kind of make like this is our demo.
Probably right.
I don't know.
The Lone Rangers.
Sounds like a band from '55.
No, that's what the disc jockey asked me. Like the Lone you pluralized Rangers after Lone.
Yeah, I was very confused by that.
Like one man wolf pack.
Well, like a midge in front of a urinal. I see. I'll have to be on my toes from now on. So
So yeah. How y'all doing?
Have y'all seen the Lord of the Rings extended edition?
Oh, yeah.
Extended editions?
yeah,
Time or two.
because each one of them, I want to say Fellowship's around 4
Yep,
hours
it's
and
near-
Two
they're
Towers
all-
3.5.
Yeah. They're
Yeah, because they're kind of we got Brett's not on a mic. Yeah. So no, you're good, man. Just if you keep hearing something in the background, I don't want people going, "What the fuck is that?" And we got somebody hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Brett's here. Woo woo.
I don't know how long is because you said you were going to marathon that shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't want we've been alternating with the Harry Potter movies, and then we chose some other Christmas movies and stuff. But yeah, it's been very random. But we made it through Two Towers and Fellowship, and then we're doing King this weekend.
Okay.
Nice.
So
God, I want to say it, man. It's fucking knocking on the door of like 11 hours. I want to say,
yeah, 11
for
or
3
12, very
movies.
close. Yeah, absolutely.
And the only other one I thought was as ridiculous. Remember about like 10 years ago, I tried to do a Star Wars marathon of the 6. It was I didn't make it. I got into the sixth and final one. You know, the one where Darth Vader turns or whatever.
Sure.
Man, I got 20, 30 minutes into that, and I had been on my ass.
Did you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yeah,
Is that
well,
the
or
order?
technically, as I guess they call it, episode 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so okay, so
in
you
order
did,
of release.
Okay, you
Yeah.
did order of release. Fair enough. That's what
Yeah.
I was asking. Very
But
cool.
man, it was a long goddamn day. I only took sparing breaks in between.
Yeah, see-
and man, that was some work. I didn't even complete it, and I thought, well, anybody that does is crazy.
Right.
It's not pleasurable. I don't want to do. I like to do them close enough together where I have like the essence, but not where how you're describing it, where it's like it's a job and it's not fun anymore.
That is the thing, right? Because some things like, man, I'm going to do this because it challenges myself. Well, yeah, but where's the joy in that?
Correct. Exactly.
There is no joy in
Very important.
challenging yourself.
Well, I mean, there is to a degree. I guess.
Completing it, maybe, yes.
But yeah, I was like, so anyway, yeah, it's been nice.
Shit, I don't know. Do we need to get into the segment where we get the medals for the week?
Well, you know, I don't know what LJ is going to do. I'm sure he'll do something. I haven't previewed it yet.
Kind of, the music world just goes ahead and goes on pause from like about the second week of December until at least about the third, fourth week of January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a long layoff. So I'm a little bit curious as well. So let's go ahead and get the lowdown. What's going down with LJ?
Curiosity sated.
Give me my need for metal. Yeah! Woo! Oh yeah, you know what it is. The metal portion of the Mead for Metal podcast. I'm LJ, and as usual with the format on the show, I go ahead and select some bands from a list with new releases this week, and I let you know what they are so you can make an informed purchase. So let's get down to business and start reading off the first band on this list. Now, the first band on here is called Witch Snake. LJ, which snake is it? The band is called Witch Snake, you dingus. Oh, okay, then never mind, sorry. See what happens when I talk to myself. Anyway, the band is called Witch Snake, W-I-T-C-H, Snake. And the album is called, are you ready for this? Death Cult of the Snake. I also listened to them for a little while, and their entire album's on YouTube. But I suggest that you go and support the full release because this album kicks ass. Oh my god, this is for the Doom fans out there and for thrash fans. It's super cool. Oh my god, I had to create a whole playlist just for songs like this, for newly discovered rock. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but yeah, go ahead and check it out. And the album cover looks badass. It's red and black, my two favorite colors. This is so cool. I want to fucking post for this. Dude looks like Shao Kahn on the fucking cover, but with an axe instead of a hammer. Let's move on. Next is the band Black Flow. The album is called Seeds of Downfall. Oh my god, another badass album cover, and I think this is Doom inspired. This is a Chilean metal band, and these motherfuckers came out of the gate swinging. Oh my god, we got some good shit on this list today. Woo! No black metal yet, but I mean, it's coming, but it's probably not the worst thing that'll be on this list. Probably like power metal or some Nintendo sound and shit like that. But yeah, this is an album that is straight up, it's pretty fucking heavy. Let's just say that. Like, you could probably work in a butcher shop to this with the lights dimmed, covered in the blood of some animal that you're, I don't know, planning on sacrificing later or eating. I don't fucking know. Just buy the damn album already. It's worth it. Especially if you like heavy metal. Heavy music. Yeah, baby. Man, imagine if I ran my own radio station. I'd be talking like this all the time. But fuck that shit. We're here in a metal station, and this is what we do. This is a podcast. God dang it. So, this next band is called Mavis, which is funny because I used to know an older lady named Mavis who was pretty chill, and I used to talk to her all the time. Neither here nor there. The album is called Grief is No Ally, and I can agree with that 100%. Are we 3 for 3? Why, yes, the fuck we are. This isn't the heaviest shit I've ever heard, but it's got more of a little modern rock / metal type of feel to it. Melodic singing, some really heavy guitar work. I can't really think of anything that really sticks out to me that it sounds like modernly. But that's only because it's my fault I don't listen to a lot of interesting music on my own. Unless, of course, you know, they're something that's really legendary and or old. But these guys sound pretty good. So I think we're 3 for 3 on recommending this album to you guys. Yeah, check them out. Mavis. Yeah. Are we going for 4 for 4? Well, the next band on here might make it so. The band is called Horrifier. And also, the fucking album cover is sick. The album is called Horrid Resurrection, and god dang, man, you've got to listen to these guys. They are melodic and they're dark. I don't know if it's black metal or just straight up death metal, but I like it. I like it a lot. And I think you will too if you were in the crowd of heavy ass music. By the way, remember in the OG episodes of this, whenever I first started doing this, how sometimes the list would have some really wussy sounding bands and then like some really black metal sounding shit? Finally, somebody must have fired that person because now they've got some really heavy shit on the list that is really good. So good job, whoever's picking these out. And if it's a team, good job, team. And if it's randomly generated by AI, perpetuated by Google in order to control our society, then good job, the Patriots. By the way, if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, you'll get that reference. And if not, I don't know what to tell you. Go play Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty on the PlayStation 2. The OG one, not the fucking HD version. Get that out of your head. The original PS2 version's where it's at. All right, let's move on. Man, I gotta play some Metal Gear Solid 2 today at some point. I'm off all day today, so fuck it, why not? Anyway, let's move on. Now, we're going for 5 here. Are you ready for this shit? Are you ready for this shit? The band is called Evergrey. One word. The album is called, and this is a mouthful, From Dark Discoveries to Heartless Portraits. I cannot remember that if I tried. But then on the bottom of the album cover, it says, A Lifetime of Metal. The album cover looks fucking cool, like some sort of royal seal. Wow, that was like a Resident Evil type fucking observation. But yeah, man, I mean, 5 for fucking 5. This band is awesome. They sound heavy as fuck. It reminds me of like the early 2000s rock and metal and shit you used to hear. Sort of evanescence-y, but at the same time, I don't know how to just describe them. God, they're so fucking cool. Yeah, man, these guys got me rocking. I actually started that playlist while I was doing this to like listen to new metal and rock shit that I've been discovering, and this band has firmly cemented themselves on that list. In fact, I think I'm going to go pick up a physical version of this. So, those are the 5 selections I've got for you today. Sorry I don't have an album to recommend. I've really been slacking on that, but I'm also, just a lazy bitch, so sorry about that. But thank you for hanging out with me on this podcast, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it away, Mead Hall, and I'll see you fuckers later. Rock the fuck on. Sasha, shut up! Just kidding. I love you. I love all of you, my metalhead children, especially those of you with metal plates in your heads. That's the most metal shit of all.
Bring in 2015 in New York, LA, and now Nashville. Let's go, America! With the biggest songs of the year: One Direction, Meghan Trainor, Iggy Azalea, Idina Menzel, Florida Georgia Line, Jason Derulo, Bastille, Charlie XCX, and live right before the ball drops, Taylor Swift. Ryan, Fergie, and Jenny host New Year's Rockin' Eve, live starting at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Pretty good. Oh, what the fuck? Oh,
Usually,
I can hear myself now. There we are.
yeah.
Well, had some fuck ups on the last one. You're gonna have a fuck up on this one.
Good, as it should be. Witch Snake. That was one of them that LJ was talking about.
I dig that.
Yeah, riffy as shit.
Yeah, I dig that. Fucking just dirty. I like it.
And usually, if it's a band that has the word witch in it, it means one of two things. It means that they have a female lead who screeches. Or it means they're really shitty. It usually is one of the two.
You got Angel Witch, you got Burning Witches.
Bell Witch.
Bell Witch.
Bell Witch DeVoe.
Sandwich.
Witch?
And
Ditch Witch, yes.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised that's actually the name of a band, to be honest with you.
Let's just say this. There's a fucking lot of bands that have the word witch in their name.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
And they are. They're almost all of them, for me, and my taste in music, unlistenable. That shit right there, that sounds all right.
Yeah.
Maybe the snake kind of offsets the witch a little bit. Or it's a witch with a snake.
I have to go back and revisit that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was pretty crunchy. I like it.
It reminds me of Little Uncle Acid, kind of, in a way.
Yeah. Uncle Acid got some pretty unique vocal stylings.
Well, that's true. We didn't hear any of the vocals off of this shit, so who knows?
Oh yeah,
but-
there might be a fall like, well, music's great, but those vocals are pretty hot garbage.
Those are a problem. That's a problem.
But hey, can't judge the riff. The riff is great.
Yeah.
8 out of 10. 3.5 out of 5.
We'll come back around and hit that bitch again. So okay, let's get the Mead update out. Actually, nothing going on, but there's a lot going on, if you know what I mean. Because as we have for the last couple of months, we had this carboy full of spiced mead, our troublemaker batch. Mm-hmm. And the plan was to have it ready by Christmas, which was a little fucking lofty in what we were trying to aim for.
Sure.
Can we bang out a batch of mead in the space of 1 calendar month? Yeah, we could. We haven't done that for a long fucking time.
Absolutely.
And number 2, I don't want to do that anymore. So
Yeah.
I'd rather turn out something that's pretty damned amazing. And the way to make it amazing is nothing I do. It's just leave it alone for a long time. That sweet mead batch that we're all out of now. I'll break out. I got 2 bottles left for me.
I got 1
that I bought, but I'll break out 1 for New Year's. But man, that one, 7, 8 months, 9 months. It was a long.
It was a
fucking
very
time.
long time.
Yep.
Now, Troublemaker, we'd started exactly 2 months ago right now-ish.
Okay.
It's in secondary fermentation. I accidentally aerated it slightly, which I'm hoping doesn't have any effect.
Don't smell farts yet.
No, and it won't. It'll be noticeable in the flavor. It'll taste oxidized. Man, we thought about jumping through some hoops and trying to have that shit ready. What we could have done would have had it ready the Thursday before Christmas. Man, by that point, the people that'd be interested in buying it, I'm not going to encounter that many of them. So, to donate to our music cause.
Double cause.
Yes.
But, and realistically, it's like, and I told Brandon, I was like, well, if we can't have this shit out by fucking Christmas, why are we rushing? He goes, I don't know. You know what? He's right. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
So no. So it'll sit for a while.
Yeah.
I ran some gelatin findings through it, some hooves, and it's clarified a little. But that's not a batch that's going to get clear anyway. So
Yeah. No, the first batch was probably the clearest. The first ever batch.
and I don't know how because we didn't know about clarifying anything then or any of that shit.
Interesting.
It was a batch that we fucked up really bad
Right
and
off the bat.
It turned out great.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that.
In other words, in the mantra of Krista, it be that way sometimes.
That's like the Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Like it do be like that.
Bitch, don't you steal that from us. That's Gen X.
Oh, is it? Did y'all start it? I don't know who the fuck started it.
It had to be some from the 90s. So
It
I don't know.
probably.
It do be that way sometimes.
it do be.
But you think the Mead update ends there, and actually it does not.
Wow.
I wanted to get a batch going before Monday
Oh shit. Okay.
because then we can claim 2023 vintage. Problem to that, number one, is that nobody fucking cares what the vintage is.
Like here you go, rush it again for no reason.
Yeah. And number two, it's like, why hurry through? But we do have the requisite honey that we're going to utilize on a batch, and I don't know that we figured out what to. Oh no, that'll be a sweet batch again.
Oh shit!
Because I
okay.
have sweet mead that we had ordered, mead yeast that we had ordered in out of Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's been hanging out in my fridge about 10 days. We need to use it soon-ish, but and there's no telling that it made that journey. I'm a little bit hopeful because the weather was kind of cold the week that they'd shipped it.
Sure.
yeah.
So and it comes in an envelope that's lined. Man, it ain't a really thick one, but it was a humongous fucking box it arrived in. This box, no shit, was about half the size of my couch.
With
it was
a
ridiculous.
bunch, did it have a bunch of like dry ice in it?
No.
No?
Had that one envelope in it.
Okay. Interesting.
Keeping cold by cardboard.
Yeah, well, no, it's got some lining. It does have a little small amount of girth to it, but I don't know. So,
I had a nickel.
so hopefully, it survived the journey. But we won't know until we start a batch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all you can do, man.
So fingers crossed, and with any luck, then maybe it'll turn out the way that the other 2 cases turned out, and we'll be good to go.
Hell yeah.
Probably sometime, maybe late summer would be the fucking time frame if we're trying to turn it out the right way.
And trying to replicate what that sweet mead was before. Sure.
Yeah, and realistically, all it is, man, when it comes down to it, the basis is just honey and yeast and water, and that's it. And in that batch, I can fucking accurately say that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Anything before that, no. And the clarity comes off greater because as much as a lot of mead nerds, and they are there, will tell you that pasteurizing honey removes some floral notes from the honey. We're not using upscale honey, for one, so I'm not too worried about it. Number 2, it clarifies better, in my opinion.
It does. It really does, because there's less to battle through.
So that's where that's at. We got a 5-gallon carboy of Troublemaker. That'll be ready to go. I don't know, late January, early February, somewhere through there is probably the target zone.
Right after Tool, maybe.
Oh, well, it won't be early fucking February. So maybe late January, somewhere through there. We're going to try to effort to get that out, and we'll probably have half cobalt and half clear.
Cobalt going to be $10 more.
Regular rosette bottles.
Hot.
No. Better not say that shit. Our best customer is sitting right here with us.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's fine.
I'll give you a run for your money on Troublemaker.
There is that. There is that.
It is not a competition.
I'm reasonably sure on like a 22-bottle run, Brandon will buy probably in the ballpark of 6, maybe 7, somewhere in that area.
I like to get my taste. It's my fave.
Yum.
That's my daddy brand.
Yeah. But after that, now I do have a couple of 1-gallon fermenters that some of you would call them wine jugs, and you're not wrong. But I used to do mock-ups. I would go through that and try to make something. I'm trying to find a flavor profile. Like, okay, that one's good. Let's go full size. Okay. Or that sucks. Let's drink it and then move on to something else.
Sure.
I'm going to work on 2 of those coming up.
Okay.
One for our oak barrel refill.
Okay.
Which I don't know that a gallon will be enough. We'll see. I feel it coming on that I'm going to have to probably fucking get a full 5-gallon batch going for a refill on the barrel.
Oh, really?
I've been drinking a lot from it. And
that's fair.
We've got a mutual friend who likes it a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody fucking loves that shit.
They really do. As they should.
Yeah. So I got to figure that one out, man. Because we run that barrel empty again, I'm going to purge it again. So
yeah.
If we don't, we don't, and that's fine. But so you might be saying, wait a minute, you said you had 2 1-gallon fermenters. I do. One would be for barrel refill. The other would be for an experimental batch. What that batch would be, I don't know. I like to look around and find things that are seasonal. Well, what's seasonal in January? Not a lot. And I don't want to do a mint batch, because I do have access to that. But man, I don't know. I think we might have to go down a rabbit hole, and I might have to consult some old texts and things of that nature.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like reflecting.
Find something that the Anglo-Saxons of Britain enjoyed over that era. So I don't know. We'll get it figured out. I've always wanted to do a Pyment batch, but I don't know if we can get our hands on wine grapes. And barring that, then that would then be table grapes. And I'm not the biggest fan of that, so we may skip on Pyment. I don't know. We'll work it out. It'll be something. I thought once upon a time when I was up visiting Brett a few years ago, and we went to Redstone Meadery up there in Boulder, and they had a coffee mead that was also a reserve. So it had been sitting there over a year.
Yum.
It was really good. I don't know that I want to recreate that.
That's fair.
Number one, because, man, you get a lot of trash in your mead. Whatever you put in there is going to break down. Alcohol is going to break it down, And so that's why all fruit batches are always
messy.
Problematic of trying to get them all that clear. We did a peach batch several years ago, but man, first of all, they were unripe peaches. So we got a weird sugar on them because the sugar's still there. It's just it tastes bitter to us.
Right.
Well, the fermentation went fucking crazy, but it was really tannic
Interesting.
and not great. But man, it didn't make the mess I thought it would. But that's because the peaches were pretty damn stout still.
Okay.
We which one was that was just messy as shit? Was that Scarborough Fair, maybe? We had one of them that was just there was a lot of trash in the bottom of it.
Scarborough was pretty cloudy.
Yeah. I mean, talking about like just the things when the alcohol starts to break down the thing you're trying to flavor with and it leaves that behind. And, ugh. I don't know. That apple batch was a little
Yeah, I was gonna
little
ask you about
sketchy
that.
as well.
I loved that. It was so good.
Yeah, we might revisit that. I'd had a friend. She thought that would be a very sweet one. Thought it would be. Didn't consult. Didn't ask. Nothing. As a matter of fact, because she had said something like, she said, "Is this going to be sweeter than your other ones?" And I said, maybe, yeah, because we make a lot of dry mead. We really do.
Yeah.
And she had commented with, wow, she said, well, this is going to be one of your sweetest ever then, right? And I said, I can't guarantee that. She bought it, went home, comes back to work the next day, and said, it was terrible. She said I had to add Sprite to it.
Ew.
You remember that shit, Brandon?
What?
Brandon.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
What the fuck? Sprite to the mead.
And her name is Eeyore.
That actually is very fitting.
Yeah.
But so I gave her fucking $20 back. I didn't get any mead back, by the way, but that's okay.
Interesting.
If somebody was like to drink a half a bottle and bring it back, I'd tell them to go fuck themselves. Like, no, you take care of your trash. I'm not here to do that. But so I had to give her back her cash and whatever.
Whatever. How terrible. She should have just sucked it up.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
agreed.
especially because you got to understand. I'm not bootlegging this shit for money. We're doing it for our fucking. We need to buy a new laptop
Correct.
one of these days soon. And
I don't know. Friends support friends. That was kind of a shitty move.
No, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
The input is appreciated, but the
That's yuck. I'm not here for that.
not into it.
Well,
Yeah.
and I guess probably and for those of you wondering, like why the fuck would you call her Eeyore? She exhibits. If you watch a lot of Pooh Bear, and I'm not talking about the sidekick of the '70s blaxploitation movie, but I mean actual Pooh Bear. I'm not talking about Shaft. Yeah, no. If you watch a lot of Winnie the Pooh and the 40-Acre Wood, the mannerisms of that particular stitched up stuffed animal of Eeyore, same mannerisms.
Energy vampire.
Yeah,
Eeyore's an energy vampire.
that's exactly it.
Both of them.
Both of them. Both of them. So anyway, but Mead update. I think that actually kind of covers it.
Yeah.
What looking ahead into the rest of the year, what are we doing? I don't know. We did 2 batches this past year, which was 1 batch more than we have done since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. Busy since post-pandemic.
That's fair.
Yeah. Now we did do we did a limited one, right? Somewhere, but I forget what that was. I feel like we did more than 10 gallons of mead this year, like 13.
Sure, because we threw a little bit in the monster.
Okay. That's what I thought. All right. Well, yeah, so it's about a 13-gallon year this year. Next year, maybe 15. We'll see what happens. There is no sense, if we learned anything before the pandemic, there actually isn't a lot of benefit to us of making a bunch of inventory to have on hand.
Sure.
Because then we have to keep that inventory on hand.
Sure. I remember.
That's right. Space is precious.
Precious.
My preciouses.
I'm glad everybody went to Gollum with that. That's all right.
Oh,
Shit, I don't know. I think that's good. Big mead moment of the year, I guess, since this is the final one of 23.
outside of drinking it,
Well, I guess there's the benefit.
that was a good moment. I don't know.
For me, it had to be the surprise of how sweet that I noticed
yeah.
when that yeast actually
was
did its
crazy.
job and thought, holy shit.
Yeah, batch 1 went over gangbusters this year.
Yeah. That's the and it worked out, and to do it for the first time ever with a sweet mead yeast is and to have the results that we did, a little shocking.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
But moving on to the metal side of everything else, if I have to look back at 23, the biggest fucking one of the year was Metallica decided to put out an album on my birthday.
Yeah. And
Kind of by surprise, sort
and
of.
announced said album about 3 months beforehand.
Yeah, just a week and a half into January, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
huh?
I remember you guys being
It's like,
very happy.
and I was still jamming Hardwired because I thought, well, that's the last Metallica we're going to get for a long time.
Ain't heard nothing. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, by the way, new Metallica album coming out in April, and here's a song from it. World
Yeah.
tour to follow. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, shadow dropping Metallica. That's okay with me.
That's funny.
It's like in 3 years you'll get some music, and then 5 years later you get like a single or something.
Maybe if you're lucky, or there's some kind of a cut that they did with somebody else. It's not even really a Metallica album or cut.
Like Lou Reed.
Oy. That's some hard feelings right there. Huh?
I
Hey,
am the
now.
table.
What was the big metal moment of the year for you?
Hearing Gojira live.
Oh my god.
That was
That was last year.
was it?
That was
Oh,
April.
what?
That was April of 22.
That was
No way.
We didn't go to Albuquerque on my birthday. That
oh
was
wait, it
Metallica.
wasn't this year. No. he's
God
right.
damn. Ah,
Was that
well.
really last year? Damn, I feel old. Everything runs together now.
All right. So
Really? I really thought that was this year.
so did I.
Damn. I
But
literally
I'm
don't have
glad-
a fucking clue.
I'm glad somebody else feels that way too, because I really thought it was this year. Now I got to think of another one. Oh shit! Come on, brain, give me a little something here.
Do you have a sample of the Metallic songs?
We'll play that for you later.
Didn't.
No, motherfucker, right? That motherfucker is right. Let's see. That was.
When did you see Metallica in Vegas?
April 28th of last year.
Damn. I
And
said
that was
so.
February of last year.
Damn. Okay. Yep. Just
Wow.
lost in the sauce.
God
man.
damn, now I'm just all tired. I gotta admit, I'm gonna throw 72 Seasons blew me away. Inamorata is like the song I fucking go to when I just need something to shut my brain the fuck up.
No, I get it. It sounds fucking really, really casual fandom, as it were, and that's mostly what I am when it comes to Metallica.
Sure.
But, I mean, grab anything off the Black album or whatever. I think we've done plenty of lists on this show.
Sure.
On our favorite Metallica this, favorite Metallica that, and it blows me away to say it, but Inamorata is the best fucking Metallica song ever made.
Man, it's hard to argue. I mean, I can't say that with 100% confidence, but for Metallica, after 40 plus years to still be blowing me the fuck away,
Oh yeah.
that in itself is probably my metal moment. That Metallica can still do it.
Other bands that are out there are doing their old shit and making money off of it because they know
Kiss.
the nostalgia. I wasn't going to say Kiss, but
Well, I'll say it for you.
yeah. Why would they need to tour? Gene Simmons is opening the access to the vault for $10,000. Why would they need to do that? Well, he knows their entire fan base, a bunch of old motherfuckers, are all getting ready to die soon. So go ahead and give us your money, and I'll go ahead and let you have all of the Kiss stuff ever.
And then your children can watch the Avatar show in 3 years. Kiss will never die. I mean, they will, but the band won't.
And I will send you my stress ball, spiked with my pubes. But the difference is Metallica's still dropping new music that people care about.
Mm-hmm.
It's new music that's still fucking relevant at their age, and everybody else is just a parody of themselves.
Right. And I was honest about Hardwired. I was like, man, I feel like maybe going a double album on that was a little much.
It is a long fucking record. I
It
will say
is.
that. Holy mackerel.
However, home to, well, what was the greatest closer of all time till Inamorata came out.
Yeah.
It is the second greatest closer I've ever heard now.
Yeah. Wow. What is that? Because they had some. I kind of shat upon Metallica's closing tracks.
How dare you?
And I was only right about half the time, not all of the time. But some of their closers are a little, but there are some that are fine. No problem there. I don't know what it is since Death Magnetic to now. It's like, oh, this is a thing for them. They're really good shit as the last one on the record.
They want to send you home happy, and past 17 years, I would say they have.
And
Saint Anger had the worst. Sorry, LJ. I'm sorry, but Saint Anger has the worst closer of all time in Metallica land. Fucking All Within My Hands is just a cacophony of this noise, and Hetfield yelling "kill" over and over and over again at the end with this fucking tin pan drum, just ding, 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 ding.
Right.
Just Hetfield, kill. Like, no.
And what was Bob Rock doing?
Stroking his dick and fucking cashing checks, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
But
Well, I rest my case. Bob Rock did well.
hell, Bob Rock didn't do Death Magnetic. Fucking Rick Rubin did. And it shows.
Yes.
And Rick Rubin didn't do the next one because that motherfucker, I feel like really in my heart of hearts, just came in and it's like, I got to get you boys back on track so you can go back to doing what you're doing, and then I'll get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the Bob Rock thing proves a little big, really, for the legacy of that band. And I think they've corrected
Bob
all
Rock
of it.
did some great shit for Metallica until he didn't.
Yeah,
And after he didn't, he was gone.
right.
And that's okay. That shit happens. Motherfucker goes down as he gets fucking bass credit on Saint Anger because he did all the bass parts.
Right.
Because they didn't have a bass player.
Yeah, Newstead had walked.
Newstead left. They got Trujillo after they'd finished the album.
Yeah.
So Trujillo was just playing that shit live. But it was Bob Rock on bass on that album. There were no flourishes. There were no bass solos. There were no Cliff Burton-esque moments. It was just bass
Sadness.
sounds.
Just
bass,
sadness.
bass sounds and rate. There are a few songs I'll go back to Saint Anger and revisit, but it's not. That closer fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say about that. Quote Stone Cold.
To quote Forrest Gump.
Fuck that.
That's
Stone
all
Cold,
I got to say about that.
Stone Cold did it better.
So, big music moment of the year for you.
I guess for metal, the irony.
Well, music, I would say.
We can say music, I guess. I don't really feel like I had big music moments this year.
I feel like you embracing metal more.
Yeah.
Is the moment.
I'll take that.
I mean, you recommended a band to us that we remember, like and jam every once in a while. I think
I guess that's fair. I'll take it.
Well, if we're being real honest, Callous Cowboys is amazing. So
Yeah,
just
it's
name
fucking
alone.
sick. Yeah. Well, okay, just for fun. So for my Spotify like playback or whatever, do y'all know what that is?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Have you seen those posted?
Well, YouTube has end of year stats.
Yeah. So Spotify does something similar. I think a lot of folks post theirs. But for both my top artists and my top songs were both. Oh, now I'm blanking out.
Callous Cowboys.
No, it wasn't Callous Cowboys. It was here. I'm just gonna look. Sorry.
Oh, damn.
That's all right. Let's we'll kill some time here.
It's a hell of a drug.
I know.
Yeah, gotta stay away from the kids.
We're all infected. Yeah, I think my
It makes you happy and forget stuff.
I need 50. Give me 50 of weed.
It'll make you sound like you know what you're talking about during the metal segment, right, LJ? Ball busting.
Last burn of the year.
Ball busting.
Last burn of the year. Goddamn.
Lorna Shore.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
We've played them here before.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was really fun.
That was it. The really long song.
No, it was a couple of their shorter songs.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's just because they're like towards the beginning, so they're just
Yeah.
ones that happen to be played a lot,
Fuck
and then
yeah.
them as an artist, and then everything else was classical, and then my husband had Pepper up there, so it was a really bizarre
that
is-
yeah.
mixture of music.
YouTube didn't calculate shit right.
Okay.
YouTube mailed it in. It was like, on the way to work, you say, no, fuck this, I'm going to pull off to this bar, not go to work today. That's what my YouTube list was. Because it had stated that my number one album played of the entire year was Diver Down by Van Halen,
There's no way.
which I played
There's
one
no
time.
way in
Yeah.
I
hell.
played one time on a Saturday afternoon over here. I was getting some shit together, and I just didn't want to have to fuck with making a list.
Yeah, that one was odd.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
right. Yeah, so that one doesn't make any damn sense. Deftones and Tool were in it, so I can't say the entire list is
Yeah, I was
bullshit.
like that. I
but-
was gonna say you better have Deftones, Tool.
But it did have Inamorata as my number one song of the year.
Okay.
Not
That's
surprisingly.
surprising.
Mine was Shadows Follow was my number one.
Okay.
And
right, yeah.
close second, Patrick Walker, 40 Watt Sun. And
Which is now a weird autoplay. I don't mind it, actually, but it pops
well,
up on autoplay pretty regular now.
It's that dude is not going to liven up the party.
No, he's not.
He is going to make you fucking reflect.
Well,
And
if you got a good vibe going, it's actually not bad. If you've been playing some pretty low key shit,
Yeah.
that's a nice one to go to. If you've been playing some pretty upbeat shit, don't you fucking dare.
that Jason Molina cover fucking does it. Like, it's a hard one to be like, I don't want to listen to that right now.
Yeah.
Then my mind's like, but it's on. I'm like, well, yeah, all right, man. You know what? You're right, brain. Let it play. But goddamn, that dude, if that motherfucker comes to the lower 48, because he's British and he's a solo act, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That is a pilgrimage to see 40 Watt Sun without having to go over an ocean.
I wouldn't imagine tickets would be too hard to get, right?
Well, I'd probably be playing in front of 80 to 100 people, maybe, if it's just him. But honestly, that's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Look out, Sunshine Theater. Here we come. Here we come, and I hope we don't get shot.
Buying all the GA tickets, and I'm kicking everybody the fuck out. This is my concert, motherfuckers. That's where that savings account's going
How much
to.
it cost to lock that door, huh?
I got to give fucking props to, because like rarely does somebody be like, hey, here, listen to this band. See what you think. I'll listen to it. And like more times than not, deep down, I'm like, not my bag. But I'll always be like, hey, man, that's pretty good. Because I'm not a teenager anymore. I don't like talking shit on people's musical taste. That's what they dig.
Right.
And the outside of showing your dick to a woman for the first time, having like showing like this is one of my favorite songs of all time, and I'm going to share this with people that have never heard it, and you're just looking at them while you listen to it like, oh God, I hope they love it as much as I do. I just hope. And more times than not, they don't, but they will tell you it's good.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like 40 Watt Sun is. I got to give props to a coworker that fucking recommended that. Got to give props to Krista for recommending music this year. If anything, getting musical recommendations from sources I never thought I would,
Yeah.
and really fucking enjoy it.
Yeah. And Lorna Shore is, that's a fucking, man, if you like some powerful shit.
If you're like, no, you know what? No rage quelling here. Let's fuel it.
Yeah.
Lorna Shore.
Yeah.
Lorna Shore every day.
Sure, for sure.
If you're trying to quiet it, Inamorata every fucking day.
Any lowlights of the year on music? I don't even know necessarily, I don't want to say lowlights. Let me clarify a bit. Like things that kind of maybe let you down a bit. I really had gotten myself overly pumped for that Crosses record that came out here a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I remember you not being very
Yeah.
happy once it did happen.
It's good. But I for fucking some reason, I made the bar in my head go to great, and it didn't reach that.
You were
so.
not. Yeah, I remember.
Like listening to it, you know, we had old Ruben here, we had the gang here. It was listening parties here are always fun.
Fuck, we actually did have every
We had,
song in it. All
we
right.
even had Jack here, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they put out visualizers for each track, so it made it even a little bit more immersive.
Mm-hmm.
But musically, I don't think I haven't revisited it except for that first song they put out.
There's one on there I do like because I got Robert Smith from The Cure on it.
Forgot about that one. Yeah, yeah,
Matter of fact, I put that one on the New Year's Eve playlist.
yeah.
So-
that
so
one's pretty good too.
So it's not. So it sounds like it's a record I'm talking shit about. It's not. It just didn't come into the expectations I had, and that's actually not on Chino or Sean.
No,
that's on me.
you.
Yeah.
So
Let's get a new Palms album out. Let's do that.
fucking yes, let's do that. Any Palms would be amazing.
Yeah.
But so far, just a one shot. So I think those dudes are all still active because they were all out of
Yeah.
ISIS except for the lead singer.
Right.
And that's why they got Chino on board and everything else. That's when they put out Palms. And man, those cats are all still active as musicians. They're just not doing anything I know of.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if they would reconnect and put out an EP, put out just a little something, a little taste. Give me a little taste.
Well, but and according to the lead singer of ISIS, we're never going to. He said they did exactly what they set out to do, and they're done, and they will never play again.
I fucking respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah, because a lot of bands can say that, but then like, well, you know what? Let's do a quick little reunion.
Yeah,
And
capitalism comes in.
See Agalok.
Money.
Right.
Money.
Anybody know how to get hold of Joe Walsh? Yeah.
You need to get him and Don Henley in the same room.
Don Henley go fuck himself, by the way.
There's your end of year message. Don Henley can go fuck himself.
I think that sounds good. All right. Anyway, 24 coming up. Anything? Well, man, we've already got big musical horizons with Tool. We're going to give an effort to go over and see Social Distortion. Yeah. So we've already got 2 shows lined up in 24, which is one more than we usually go to.
Yeah, that's double what we're used to.
Yeah.
A big one and I would say just as big. Maybe not as far as scale, but as far as Social Distortion out 90 minutes away. That's pretty dope.
Close the book on those guys and be happy about it.
Yep.
But that's only April. There's still fucking more time to go through the rest of the year. So we'll see. I don't know. Isleta only books country acts now, so we'll see if we can figure out where some metal's getting played. And we'll figure it out.
If you want some 70s rock, we can go see Steppenwolf at Inn of the Mountain Gods.
No, 70s porn. Full Bush.
Oh shit! I can show that to you on my phone. You don't need to travel anywhere for that.
Right back.
Got some Pam Grier nudes right here. Look at that. Beautiful woman, by the way.
Shit. Man, I'll say this, Krista, best of luck to you in 24 professionally, and you know what I mean. Brandon, best of luck you in 24.
Much appreciated, sir.
In a more related, closer related sense.
No, I appreciate
a genetic sense.
In a shitting with the lights off type of sense.
I can get on board with that. But,
Fuck that! I'm going to start doing it.
And
all right, fights on, motherfucker.
Make sure you lock the door.
I ain't doing it. I'll leave it wide open. I'll keep it as dark as I fucking can in there, and then you come in, and then I'll turn the light on. Like, what are you doing in here?
I'm gonna get you a mag light next year.
Give me
the rest of you assholes, thanks for joining us on this little journey that we've been doing for, I don't know, fucking 8-9 years now, something like that, something crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see you in 24. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Don't do anything too rational.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't die.
You only live once.
Bye.